Hello. Hmm. So currently, no one has joined. Hmm. Hmm. That is so strange. Why no one joined today? Yeah. Hi, Rakesh. Okay. Yes. Hi, quiz brainer. So that means people are there. Earlier, I by mistake directly clicked on the live button. So I started another stream instead of this one. Now I am on the right one. Yeah. Hi, Chandu. Hi, quiz brainer. Quiz brainer people are not going to join. So what's the fun of live batch? See now also only very few people are there. No bro, I don't know. I am from Chandigarh. So I just know Hindi, English and Punjabi. Junior dev. Yeah. Hi bro. Let's wait few minutes and then we are going to start. So till then you can let me know how the things are going. Today is last day of August. Hope if you are working, all of you have received your salaries on Friday itself. I received on Friday. What about you? Did you guys received today or Friday? Hmm. Yes, if serious people will be there, they will join. So why bother further? No, quiz trainer. The point is then why to make the content for very less people? That's also a point. I mean, why should I be doing the hard work? But not excited, need to make a switch to get excited in future. Yeah, so that is going to be a trigger, Chandu. See, whenever you want to switch, one of the reasons for switching is obviously salary. Another reason sometimes is the environment. So many times we see the environment around us is not good, so that is also a good trigger for making a switch. When spring security concepts are start, no Rakesh, I won't be starting with spring security. I'm not planning with that, but live will be more effective. No quiz brainer, that's what you feel, but it's not going to be. Okay, so yeah, for today's stream, I thought for a particular topic. The topic is that what are the challenges we are going to face when learning anything new? And then after, how can we overcome those challenges and how can we create a learning mindset? So that will be my, I mean, this topic for the day. No quiz brainer, there is no benefit of taking poll. See, you are asking for poll. I will tell you. I mean, people earlier said me that okay, I started with Java basics video. Then people said that okay, why don't you create Java advanced videos? So I thought that okay, I will make Java advanced videos. People will start watching it. No one watched. Then people directly asked when will you create Hibernate videos? I started that also. Again, no one watched. Then people said, when will you make Spring Boot videos? Again, no one watched. Now people are saying when you will make Spring microservices, Spring security. But I know people are not going to watch. So that's the thing. I mean, very less people are going to watch. Yeah. So that's why there is no benefit of poll. And you are asking for poll. I like earlier people even said that we want to do some kind of internship. So why don't you make a big kind of project for us? You give us internship. People didn't even started with that internship. So that's what we are going to talk about, that okay, what are the various challenges when we want to learn something new? Is it always that resources are less, or most of the time it is within us that we are not learning something new? Yeah. Okay, what should learn Kotlin or Flutter for new Android developer first time for pro level? I really don't have any idea for that, but I guess Flutter is going to help. But I don't have any expertise in that one. Yeah. Okay. But bro, with 42 people, it is not going to work. With 42 people, it will work only if I will start charging 1,000 rupees from everyone per month. Then I will be getting 42,000 from YouTube, and then it will be beneficial to spend time. Else, already videos are there. Why don't you watch those for Spring? Spring Basics with Spring Boot is there. Spring Data JP is there. Spring REST is there. How many have you completed? That's my question now. Okay, so let's first of all jump towards our topic. Okay, in during the topic, what I have done is I have divided my topic in three different parts. After every part, I will be again answering your questions, whether those questions are related with what I have covered so far, or if those questions are related with anything else also, then also I will be covering those questions. Yeah. But at least let's start with the main part of the video. Okay. So first of all, please quickly like this video so that I can also know that, okay, you want to go through this particular topic which I have scheduled for today. The name of topic is that whenever we want to learn something new, it can be anything. It can be Java, it can be Spring Boot, it can be any other language, it can be something non-technical things also. When we want to create a new hobby, then what are the factors or what are the challenges which we are going to save and not save, the challenges which we are going to face? How can we overcome those challenges? And then how can we create a learning mindset? So that is my main point. Okay, so let's start with this, and then obviously I will be taking your question deep. Yeah, not as of now, please. So first of all, my question from all of you is, how many of you have watched KBC, that is Kaun Banega Crorepati, previous sessions or maybe current season? How many of you have watched? Anyone, please? Let's see how many of you have watched KBC, Kaun Banega Crorepati. How many of you watched it? Maybe any previous season or maybe the current season? Anyone there? See, now you are not answering. How will it work? It will become boring. Then what's the benefit of live session quiz brainer if people won't answer to my questions? Yes. So my question is, how many of you have watched KBC? No one. Is it that old show? Maybe only I have watched it and no one else. Okay, at least Rakesh is there. Rakesh has watched. Okay. So those who haven't watched, let me just tell you what is there in that. So KBC is a quiz kind of show where most of the time Amitabh Bachchan is hosting it. In between, Shah Rukh Khan came and tried to host it, but he was not able to provide the same magic which Amitabh Bachchan provides. Yeah. And there he asks the contestants about various questions which are related to politics, which are related to geography. In general, any kind of question will come there. Yeah. You answer those questions by, I mean, there are objective questions. You answer them. And if your answer is correct, you will just keep on increasing your level and then you are going to earn the money. That's as simple as that. In Hollywood also, they are having a similar concept where they are calling it as, I guess, Who Want to Be the Millionaire. So that is the concept of this whole show. But why I'm talking about it? Okay. The main reason of talking about this is because in one of the previous seasons, there was a tagline. And the tagline was, Seekhna Bandh to Jeetna Bandh. So this was it. Okay, let me just repeat the tagline of one of the previous seasons. So in every season, they are going to come up with a new tagline. Now in one of the previous one, they said, Seekhna Bandh to Jeetna Bandh. How many of you agree with this particular tagline? Only the tagline. I can see some of you are providing the emojis. What about others? Do you believe in this tagline? Yeah. Even I do. That is very important. Now here, those who didn't understood this, for them, let me just, translate it. So this basically means that if we will stop learning, then we are going to stop winning. And here the term winning doesn't mean that okay, you need to win any particular amount or anything else. Winning here simply means that whatever you are today, you should be better than what you were 5 days ago or 10 days ago. So let's say that if today I feel that okay, already I have spent 8 years in IT industry, now there is nothing left for me to learn. So let's stop learning, okay? Then what will happen is that after 1 month or 2 months, I will feel that okay, I'm not able to compete with rest of the developers in the market. Yes, because I will stop my learning and hence my growth will be stopped. So here the term jitna means that you need to continue your growth. And if you want to continue your growth, then you need to learn something new always. Not only for the growth, another reason is that let's say many of you must be going to gym, okay? So maybe you are a gym enthusiast, or maybe you love to do running, or maybe cycling or something. The question is why you are doing all this. Why do you go to gym? Why do you pay money to someone and then you are going to pick the weights? Why all this stuff? Yeah, the reason is to ensure that physically you are strong and fit. That's the reason for which we are doing various kind of physical activities. So same way, when we learn something new, it's a kind of an activity for our brain. So we need to ensure that our brain should always keep working. Now, in order to ensure that our brain should always keep working, we always need to learn something new. Yeah, the more variety kind of things you are going to learn. So let's say I'm a Java developer. Obviously, I'm a Java developer. Yeah. So if I will learn something new in Java, my brain will be a little bit comfortable with that particular thing. But if I will plan that, okay, let me learn something, let's say Russian language. So in that case, my brain will say that, okay, this is something completely new. And in this case, my brain will start growing even more, because then my brain will think that, okay, now there is something completely new, there is a challenge. So, more energy will be provided to it. So that way it is going to grow. And because of this only, the more we are going to work today, the more it is going to help us in our future. Now, when I'm talking about future, I mean to say when all of us are going to become old. Yeah, maybe 70s or 80s. One example is, how many of you know who is our National Security Advisor? Can you tell me his name? National Security Advisor. NSA. Let's see who will give the name. First one who will give the correct name of our NSA. Please don't Google. Let's see if anyone knows. That is also a kind of a brain activity, that you should be aware of all these extra things outside Java. Okay. I generally read newspaper, watch news from YouTube or from others. Yes. So Vishal, you are correct, and you were the first one. Then Meghna, you are also correct. So Ajit Dobal. Now, why I'm talking about this person? There are many more people in the politics and everything. Yeah, but I'm not going in that. My only reason to talk about this person is that his age is 80 years and he is leading our national security. So just imagine, at the age of 80, he is leading this. Yeah. Now, obviously, it's not going to be the case that he is going to take all the decisions alone, but he needs to sit in a particular room where all the young people, even if there is someone with age of 60, 70, then also at least they are younger than him. So he is sitting with all of them in a kind of room, and then he is also participating in taking those decisions. So that means his brain need to be very, very strong and active at that point of time. Otherwise, you see that 80 is a kind of age. Many of you will agree that even our grandparents at that particular age, They will start even forgetting their own names, or maybe what they did few years ago, or maybe yesterday or something. So it's that kind of an age. But his mind is still working very sharply. Why so? Obviously, because of his training, which he did during his young age. And there are many more reasons. I'm not only saying that, okay, that is the only reason, but that is one of the important factors. That when he was young, so he was in that IB, I guess, IB or RAW, he was in those services. And there also, they are going to train you a lot, not only physically, but mentally also. Yeah. So that's what I mean, that's why learning is very very important. Many times people just say me that, okay, I'm a fresher, I'm 2 years, I'm having 2 years of experience, I want to learn everything now itself. That is not possible, that you will learn everything in the starting. Learning is going to be a kind of a journey, and that is something which you have to do every day. Okay, so that's why, first of all, learning is important. All of you will agree with me. Okay, even if not this, beside this also there are many more factors. Like someone, one of you said that, okay, you want to make a switch to another company because your salary is less. Okay, it's not that much exciting. So even for that also you need to learn something new. Or maybe you want to, I mean, just do something else. Maybe like now someone is saying startup, so maybe you want to do a kind of a startup. So in that case also learning is going to be important, although I haven't read your comment completely, but learning is very very important. Okay, so now I will pause to that particular part and let me take some of the questions. Then we are going to take next part, that if this learning is so important and we are aware of it, then what are the challenges? What is stopping us from learning something new? Yeah. So let me take some questions, and for this, let me just go here. So here someone says, yeah, let me start from here. I will just take few questions, then I will come back to my second section of this particular topic. Yeah. So here first question is from Deep. Please don't repeat the questions. I will take all of them which are there till now. So Deep says, I have already crossed 6 years in TCS in mainframe. Now I want to switch to Java. I have gone through advanced Java videos. How can I crack Java interview after crossing 6 years in IT? So first of all, like here we are having example of Deep. 6 years in IT with mainframe, and now you want to switch towards Java. Again, a new kind of a learning for your brain. Okay, so your brain will be very active at that point of time, that okay, you want to do something new. Now the point is, you are saying, okay, what all topics should be aware? So Deep, in that particular case, see, first of all, your experience is going to be with everyone who is already there in Java. Yeah. Now one option is that you will go to a new company. You can say them that, okay, I was having main experience is in mainframe, and now I'm switching into Java. The impact is going to be that maybe they are going to provide you a bit less salary, which they will be providing to anyone else who is already having 6 years of experience in Java. Yeah, irrespective whether you are able to clear the interview. So even after that, because they will say that, okay, for Java you will be new. That is going to be the thing. Yeah. But beside this also, when you are asking for the interview, I would suggest that not only Java Advanced, but you need to start learning Spring Boot also. So Java Advanced you have learned, that's a very good thing. And now your next goal should be that you should be aware about Maven, maybe Gradle, something like this. Try to make a simple project in that, and then start learning about Spring Boot. So start learning about Spring Boot and try to reach at least till Spring REST level. I'm not even talking about microservices and everything. Yeah, because you already have knowledge of mainframe, you will be able to utilize your knowledge here also in Java, and parallelly start giving the interviews. So I'm not saying that just spend your time in learning everything first, then start giving the interviews, because as I said, there is no end to the learning. You will learn 10 topics, you will see that in your interview they are asking you 11th topic. So then what is going to happen? So the best way is start giving the interviews, and beside this, please learn Spring Boot also. From my channel also you can watch all the different playlists. You can start with Spring Basics with Spring Boot, then you can switch to Spring Data JPA and Spring REST. With this, at least you will be able to create a 3-tier architecture on your own. and that is, I mean, more than sufficient if you are making a switch. Later on, obviously, you can learn microservices, security, and all those extra things. Then you say, Vishal says, I have completed my core Java. I want to become a full stack Java developer. I don't know how to start. So, Vishal, in that case, also, besides core Java, first of all, you need to become expert in Java. I mean, you need to learn more things in Java. With expert, I don't say that, okay, you learn each and everything, but at least start with the Spring Boot part. Start with Spring Boot, do Hibernate, do Maven, and all these things. Microservices also you are saying, but microservices is an advanced thing. But at least come reach till the point of Spring Boot. Since you are saying you want to become a full stack developer, so besides Java, besides Spring Boot, you need to do a UI technology also. So you can either go for Angular or you can go for React. That is completely your choice. But both of them you will be able to connect with the Spring Boot, and then you can make a full stack application. And then rest depends on giving the interviews and everything. Yep. So besides this, how much time required to become a Java full stack? Please, all Java topics, list, roadmap, upload, please. Kamal, everything is available in the link. I have pinned the comment. So you can go to that comment and you will find everything related to Java. Now, when you say Java full stack means that you are learning something in the UI also. And for that, as I said, either you can go for Angular or you can go for React. That is your choice. That I haven't covered on my channel because my channel is completely for the backend. Even I'm not an expert in the UI part, so hence I'm not going to cover that there. But that you can take from any other channel also. Yeah. I've completed my core Java. Okay, I have already answered this. Then next question is, okay, I worked 1 year in startup with Java backend. Then I switched to a product-based company in LIMS. I hope it is LMS domain, but it's a legacy product. Been doing product optimization mostly for past 4.5 years. So there is no issues. Is there any chance for me to make a comeback in the work in Spring Boot tech stack in bigger MNCs? Like, so see, chances are always there. I always say that, okay, don't say that, don't assume that you are going to learn everything from your project. Don't expect that your project is going to teach you everything. Yeah, you are working in a project. In return, they are providing you salary and the relation ends there itself. You work in a project. There in the project, they are asking you to work on something. In return, they are providing you salary and that's it. Now, if you want to learn Spring Boot or if you want to learn anything else, you need to spend time on your own. My case is also similar. I'm working in a product-based company. They are not making any usage of Spring Boot. Then how I'm making usage of Spring Boot, how I'm learning the Spring Boot, how I'm trying to connect with the Spring Boot till now by making these videos. Or beside this, I just keep on making small demos on my own. I don't wait for anyone else to say that, okay, now you work on Spring Boot. That's not going to be the case. You have to do the things on your own. And obviously, you will be able to switch. That's not an issue. What if you go to any other MNC, let's say MX, and there also they don't give you anything related to Spring Boot? The question is, do you want to work in Spring Boot or do you want to work or what? I mean, that's the main thing. You go to MX, you go to Adobe, maybe they will be giving you something different. That's completely their choice. Yeah. Then any update about Spring AI? Spring AI, I will be starting soon. So still, as I said, we haven't completed 20,000 subscribers. We are still far away from that. So first of all, please help me to cover 20,000 subscribers, and then we will be starting with Spring AI. I will be giving you a choice also. Okay. And that choice I will give you at the end of this stream. And then you tell me which one should we start, Spring AI or something else. Now, what is that something else that I will tell you later on? And yes, sir, I plan to complete. Okay, that's good. And yes, sir. Okay. Do you learn new topics related to programming? Do you view the documentation and understand it? Yes, I learn the new things. Okay, that I will be coming and I will cover in my next part of this video. How much time should I spend to become Java full stack developer? It can be anything, Vishal. Like for Java only, I will say it should be like 4 to 5 months. And then if you say full stack developer, it can be 6 to 7 months or maybe 8 months. Yeah. But I don't mean to say that, okay, you just keep on waiting that, okay, first you will learn for 8 months and then you will start giving the interviews. That you can start now itself. Yeah. Then, okay, can we complete Java and Spring Boot on our own, or do we need any assistance? It's your choice. You can do on your own also. On my channel, you can watch the videos, and there are many more things that I will be covering. Okay, so let me come back to my main topic, and then I will cover other things also. Yeah, Almas, I have already taken your question, this one. Yeah. So now my next topic is that now since we know that learning is important, then what are the challenges which we are going to face anything new? And this I will be telling from my own experience, because recently I started learning Spring AI. As I said you that in my company, the project which they are using, that's a legacy project. It's an application which is running from years. The only thing which I have to do is that sometimes I need to create something new in that application, or other times I just need to fix some bugs. That I have covered in the previous stream, that how you will be tackling both of these things in a very big application. If you haven't watched, you can watch that one there. Yeah, but that's what they are doing here. There is nothing related to Spring Boot in that project. Now in that case, how can I learn something new in Spring Boot? Okay, and then I chose Spring AI, because nowadays you see that everywhere it is AI, 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 and everyone is just saying that okay, learn AI. Even there are, I mean, those ads on YouTube also. Maybe you also would have seen. I won't be taking the name, but you will be able to relate. There is a person, he comes and he say that okay, if you are still learning this way Java in 2025, then stop learning. If you are trading in 2025 this way, stop trading. If you are doing this, then stop that also. Stop everything, just take his 9 rupee course or something like this. Yeah, and then you will be learning more things that way using AI. So that's why I also thought that okay, I won't be taking his course obviously, but let me start with Spring AI. Yeah, so in that case, Spring AI and Ignite, I will come to your question. I just saw your message, but I will be taking this message also here, this comment also. Yeah. So the main thing is whenever I want to learn something new, like someone just said that, okay, for learning Java Spring Boot, do we need any kind of assistance or not? So first of all, the main thing is the starting point. Now I say I want to learn Spring AI, but where is the starting point of that particular thing? Most of the times we are not aware of it. Okay, trust me. Recently I got a comment from a girl on Instagram, and she told me, I mean, she basically gave me two choices. I mean, she was having two choices, and then she asked me that okay, which one should I go for? She said that on your channel you are providing everything related to Java and Spring Boot for free, but microservices is not yet there. On the other hand, from some particular institute, if I just pay 40,000 rupees, I will be getting a Spring microservices course. So which one should I go for? Should I start watching your videos? Should I go that particular way, which are free of cost? Or should I pay 40,000 and directly go for Spring microservices? Now, obviously, being a YouTuber, my obvious answer is going to be that, okay, please watch my YouTube videos. I will be getting some views. That's what I need. Yeah. I don't want money from all of you. I just want views, some more subscribers, a bigger community. Yeah. If you wish to give me money, then it is your choice. You can just give me a super chat also. That will be fine. I will be happy, but I won't ask you. But that was her question. Now, obviously, I won't be able to tell her that, okay, please watch only my videos. Yeah? So I counter questioned her that in this case, first of all, you tell me, what do you know in Java? How much you know till now? And she said that, okay, she is learning Java basics. And that was her answer, that she is learning Java basics. And now she is thinking that whether should she spend 40,000 rupees and get a microservices course. Now, all of you, if you are learning Java, you also know the gap between Java basics and Spring microservices. There is a huge gap between these two things. After Java basics, you need to learn Java advanced. You need to know how to interact with the database. You need to learn Maven also. Then you need to learn Hibernate also. Then you start with the Spring Boot. You start with the basics of Spring Boot. Then you go to DataJP. Then you go to REST. And then somewhere comes Spring microservices. Okay. So If you are also in that scenario, many times what happens is we see that okay, Spring microservices is a popular topic nowadays. Many people say Spring security is a very popular topic nowadays. So let's directly start learning that. But trust me, things don't work in that way. Okay. Why things don't work is because the moment you will see that okay, Spring microservices there, you will go and then you will see Spring microservices is having a prerequisite. For this, you need to know how to create the APIs, how to interact with the database. Spring Boot is a prerequisite of microservices. But you can't directly start with Spring Boot also. Because if you want to start with Spring Boot, you should be aware at least of Maven or Gradle. Yeah. And if you want to be aware of that, you should be aware of Java also. If you want to work with Spring Data JPA, you should be aware of Hibernate also. You should be aware of how to interact with the database also. You should also be aware how to write basic queries also. Otherwise, how will you directly make usage of data JP and all those advanced things if you don't know the basics? So, the first main challenge in learning anything is, I mean, this was just an example, but in learning anything, the first main challenge is that either we are not aware of the starting point, or if we are even somehow aware of the starting point, then we don't know the correct roadmap. What we do is, let's say someone started learning Java, then a friend said that okay, there is something exciting in Spring Boot, learn Spring Boot directly. Java basics, then directly Spring Boot. Then because of that gap, people will feel that okay, Spring Boot is very difficult. Spring Boot is not difficult. If you will learn in a particular sequence, it is not going to be difficult. Okay. So these are the main two things. There are too many resources. Trust me, there are so many resources available on Google nowadays, more than which used to be available earlier. Many of the resources are free also. So my advice to all of you is, if you don't want to watch my videos, don't watch. That is your choice. Okay. But whenever you want to learn something new, please start with the free resources. Don't directly think that okay, someone is teaching you by taking money, so they are going to teach you the correct things only. Yep. First, start learning something for free of cost. Spend maybe like 1 week, 2 weeks, or maybe a month also. Once you feel you are comfortable, you know the roadmap, then you pay the money and then you can go for any other institute or anything also. Yeah. But that will be my number one advice. Because many times what happens is that we directly pay money to someone and then we were feeling that okay, we are not able to understand the things, and now there are two different pressure. First of all, we wanted to learn something. Secondly, we have spent a big huge amount on learning that particular thing, but we don't know anything. The reason is because we were not aware of the correct starting point. So whatever is the thing, please start with the free resources. Free resources doesn't means a bad resource. If you will check on my playlist also, each and everything has been covered in detail. If you will start from it, trust me, you will be able to learn at least something. You won't feel that okay, you have wasted your time or anything like this. Okay, you are not going to regret after watching my videos. Then, besides this also there are many more challenges, and I have listed 5 different challenges. Number 1 challenge is impatience. So most of the times what happens is we make unrealistic goal, and that is something which I also did myself. Okay. So what happened was that in 2022, I switched from Infosys to some other company. So I made a plan that okay, now I'm going to switch my company. Now in Infosys, I was a Java trainer, which means that I was having a strong command on Java, Spring Boot and all these things. I was teaching so many students. I mean, they were not even the students. They were the working professionals who were of same my age, or sometimes they used to be older than me also. And then I was able to teach them. Because of this reason, what happens is that whenever there is a theoretical concept or anything else, I was proficient in that particular thing. And I was even coding also. But I was not clear with the DSA. I mean, I didn't practice the DSA in all my 5 years of Infosys. But when I started switching, then I came to know that okay, everyone wants DSA. Even from a person who is having 5 years of experience in Java and Spring Boot and microservices also. He is teaching others, and then also you are asking him whether he knows DSA or not. because many times either they used to ask about DSA in the interviews, or other times there used to be a separate round of a coding round only, where they used to provide the lead code link or any other link, and then they used to say that okay, you have to solve these questions, and I didn't practice at all. Now the notice period was of 3 months only, and I wanted to get a quick new job as soon as possible. So I thought that okay, why can't I learn DSA in just 1 week or maybe 10 days? I will learn DSA in 10 days. I will do something and then the things are going to work. I mean, that's how the things are working. I'm already having 5 years of experience. 10 days are more than enough for me to learn DSA. Yeah. But the reality is that it's not the case. Yeah. You can't learn DSA or anything in 10 days or 7 weeks or something like this. It is a complete unrealistic goal. Okay. In these cases, what happens is that we end up in not learning the things, because obviously I wasn't able to learn the things. Then I started dodging those DSA questions, and I started looking for those companies who are not going to ask me for DSA or something like this. And then that's how I never learned DSA. Okay. So till now, if you will ask me, do I know DSA? Obviously, I know some of the concepts, that okay, there is something like sorting concept, there is merge sort, there is this, there is that. But if you will ask me to code, I won't be able to code in that much fast speed. Maybe you are able to code much more faster than me. Okay. So that was one of the major point, that first of all, whenever you want to learn something new seriously, then please don't make unrealistic goals, because in that case you will first of all feel that okay, you are not able to come up with those goals, and then you will feel that okay, let's skip this because it's very very difficult. Maybe DSA is not that difficult. If I will spend 3 months on DSA, maybe I will learn something in DSA. Yeah, but for that I need to spend time. Another thing is that we start doing the comparison. For the comparison, let me tell you, sometimes when I make videos, so on the comments, what I see is people say that okay, I mean, this was a comment in most of my Lambda videos and the stream videos. People see that okay, I'm able to explain Lambda expressions, stream APIs in such a nice way, and then they say that okay, we are a fresher. How can we achieve the same expertise level like you are having? So they start comparing themselves with me. But there is one big issue in this comparison. And the issue is I'm having 8 years of experience. They are just a fresher. How can you learn everything which I learned in my past 8 years? How is it possible that you will learn something just as a fresher itself? That is not possible. Obviously, you may be a good learner. Maybe you are having better resources also. But in order to gain expertise, the main thing is you need to spend time in that particular thing. You can't compress the knowledge in weeks and days. You need to do up the things. Okay. So please stop comparing yourself with anyone. You should only compare yourself while learning anything with you only. So let's say today I make a goal that I will be learning Spring AI. Today my knowledge of Spring AI is 0. After 10 days, my knowledge of Spring AI should be something more than 0. That means I'm learning Spring AI in the right way. Or it can be for any other thing also. So always compare yourself with you only, not with anyone else, not with your friend, not with your colleague, not with your mentor, your teacher, or anyone else. Yeah. Then, next thing is that many times we are seeking the results without even doing the efforts. Okay. And for this question, I was saying that okay, most of you are commenting now also. What happens is that recently a girl again messaged me on Instagram. Now you will see that okay, why so many girls are messaging me? Okay, they are messaging me. Okay, they are messaging me. Yeah. So in her message, it was something that why don't you make a real world project using Spring Boot? And then I said that okay, why not real world project? I mean, what do you mean by that? Okay. So I said that okay, then what is what do you mean by a real world project? Can you please tell me what is the issue in Pakistan application? And then the girl was like, okay, what is this Pakistan? I have heard about Pakistan, but what is it? Yep. So in this case, She was not knowing that there exists something like Pakistan. Why this is a big question? Because in almost all my playlist, starting with the JDBC, I started an application by the name of Pakistan, which is an application where you will see that I have owner table, I have pet table, then under the pet I have domestic pet, wild pet, and all these things are there. So that's the name of my application, Pakistan. With same application I did JDBC also. With same application I did Maven also. With same application I did Hibernate also. I did Spring Basics with Spring Boot also. I did Spring Data JP also. I did Spring REST also. And then she is saying me, what is Pakistan? That simply means she is not even watching my videos. Yeah. Then I asked her that, okay, which videos have you watched till now? And she was that, okay, she is still learning lambdas and streams, which means she is still learning Java advanced only. But she directly wanted me to make a real world application so that she can use it in her resume. And that is the same demand which many of you also do from me. Please make a real world application. Please make an application like Amazon. Please make an application like Facebook so that we can show in our resume. My question is, what will you do by making these applications on your own? I mean, if you will be able to make Facebook alone, what will Mark Zuckerberg and all his people will do? If you will just make Amazon on your own, what they are going to do? I mean, so many people are going to become jobless because of you. Because now you are alone able to make the Amazon application. That's a real world application. Okay. So that's the thing. And another most important thing, they want me to make the real world project. And I always say that I can teach you the things. I can teach you about Spring Basics. I can teach you about Spring Data JPA. I can teach you about Spring REST. Why don't you think something on your own and make it? One option is whatever the Pakistan application I'm talking about, I'm providing its code free of cost from my GitHub. You go to my GitHub, you download the code there, and you just start making changes in there. If you know the concept, then you should be able to do on your own. But people don't even want to do that. They say make an application from scratch. Now the question is, why they want me to make an application from scratch? Everyone is unique. If Vishal, Preetham and Ignite will start making a same application, how all of you are going to be unique from each other? Then it is going to be like a copy paste application. So Vishal has to go with his own idea. Preetham has to go with his own idea. Yeah. So all of you need to make your own application as per your learning. And it can be anything, guys. Okay. You don't need to make a very real world application. So here I would only say that, I mean, just take an example that you say you want to learn swimming. Now, is it possible that I will show you how to swim and then you will learn automatically that how you can do the swimming? It's not possible. Okay. If you want to know how to do swimming, you need to jump in the pool. It won't be possible that I will just keep swimming and then I will say, okay, now Vishal, I hope that, okay, you have learned the swimming. Like I'm just randomly taking your name. Okay. So it's for anyone. So it is not going to happen in that particular way. If you want to do something, you need to do it on your own. Many times just people say that, okay, we want to learn some things. They are not actually learning. Okay. Another thing is the fear of mistake. And that is one of the biggest challenge, guys. Okay. What people do is, again, they come to my video and they will say that, okay, I mean, would you please show how to do this particular thing? I mean, in your method, you took an example of a string. Why don't you take an example of int or something? We are taking example of int. We are doing mistakes. Okay. So the point is, if you are facing any kind of mistake, if you are facing any kind of exception in your code, it doesn't mean that it is stopping your journey. Whenever you face any kind of mistake, whenever you face any kind of exception, any kind of error in your code, that basically means that you are really progressing. If you are learning something and you don't find any issue during that learning, that means that actually you are not learning anything. I mean, there are many sessions, there are many videos available on YouTube. You will watch YouTube, they will just give you random examples and you will feel that okay, everything is nice. Now we are learning Java, we are learning Spring Boot. Later on you start doing the things on your own, you don't know anything. Yeah? Because most of the time they are just fooling you. What you have to do is you need to try to do the things on your own, face the issues, then see that how you can overcome those exceptions, those error messages. Try to read those things. While reading those things, in order to achieve the solution, you can simply Google. Beside this, in our times, we used to directly go to Stack Overflow, but nowadays you see ChatGPT is always available for us. So you can directly copy paste the exception, the error message to ChatGPT, and from there you can learn. Even when I was learning Spring AI recently, I did the same thing. First of all, what I did is I watched some of the videos. Now, when I say I watched the videos of Spring AI, I didn't watch only one YouTuber. I watched multiple videos from different YouTubers. Someone was making usage of OpenAI, someone was making usage of Anthropy, or someone was making usage of Gemini. Someone was using Eclipse IDE, someone was using IntelliJ IDE, someone was coding in light theme, someone was coding in the dark theme. Beside this, I also went through the documentation of Spring AI. And then this way, then when I started doing the things, then also I faced different kind of issues. Sometimes the API key was wrong. Obviously that was my mistake because I copy pasted the API key which they were using. So obviously that is not going to work for me. Beside this, many times I used to see that okay, the method which they are using, that is not working for me because I'm on some different version. Okay, then I also took help of ChatGPT. Beside this, again I went to the documentation. I saw that okay, what is the change and all these things, and that's how I learned Spring AI. Same thing I will be showing you in my playlist also, that how you are going to learn the things gradually. One interesting part of my Spring AI playlist is going to be that the example which I will be using will be free of cost. You don't need to pay anything. You don't need to use your credit card on any of those sites. You will be start doing the examples free of cost on your own in your machine. The only thing is you have to do. You can't say that okay, Abhishek is doing and we will learn just by seeing the things. You need to do the things. Okay. And beside this, there is one more challenge which we generally face is the external pressure. External pressure is something which is not in our hands. So let's say that you are in a college in your fourth year. Companies have started coming to your college and you are zero in DSA. Now, the main thing is that obviously you need to learn the DSA quickly. You can't give 3 months in order to learn DSA. Okay. So in that case, what you can do? Another option is like I gave you my example. I wanted to switch a job. At that point of time, I want to learn DSA quickly. I can't spend 3 months in learning DSA alone or something only. Okay. Beside this, there are sometimes for the salary issue, for some environment issue, you want to switch your job. So in that case also what you can do, that whatever you have a time, during that particular amount of time, try to make a realistic goal. And then later on, when you get more time, let's say now you have joined a project, then again, please resume your learning. Okay, it should not happen that okay, once you have got a job, then you will say that okay, now I don't need to learn Spring Boot at all. I'm already working in this company. Okay, then again, you will stop your growth in that particular case. Yeah. So these are the main challenges which I thought are going to be there whenever we want to learn something new. The first one was impatience, that we are not ready to give the time. Second was comparison with others. Third one was we directly want results without doing the efforts. And the fourth one was fear of mistakes. And fifth one was in general, that is the external pressure. Now let me take your questions. There were many interesting questions. It's very hard that someone is asking you questions again and again and you are going along with your main concept. Okay, trust me, it's very hard. Yeah? But still I'm controlling myself. So okay, now Vishal questions. I can see Vishal's question. So when I go to learn something like Spring or Maven, I don't know how much time to spend on it. So Vishal, in this case, you say I don't know how much time to spend on it. So this is also very important to understand. See, one thing is that you are not going to become expert in Spring just by learning everything now itself. Okay. So what you can do is you can try to see what is the minimum requirement. Just think of an application. So let's say that I want to make a very simple application. What that application should do? It should be saving something to the database, reading something, updating, deleting. So I will see that in order to do these operations, what all things are required. Try to see some kind of roadmap. So for roadmap, what you can do is that I have already shared in the pinned comment my this website link. So what you can do is you can go on that particular link. There you will see that for each and everything I have listed the topics. So for something there are, let's say, 10 topics. For something there are 20 topics. So what you can do is you can just go through the main topics which you feel are enough as of now. Then you feel that okay, like in Hibernate I covered almost 30 topics. All these topics are not required for you to cover at same time. So out of 30 topics you can just learn first 10 topics, that are enough. Later on you feel that okay, now I'm missing this, again come back and start learning the same thing. Yep. So that's what you can do. It's not important that you will learn everything now itself. As I said, I want to learn DSA in 1 week. I have that much time only. So what I will do, I will just learn basic DSA questions. Learning something is always better than learning nothing. Yeah. Then we say, please don't, okay, Ignite. Please, yeah, please ask your question. I have missed your question, Ignite. Okay. Ignite or Ignite? Do you know about key clock? Yes, I know about key clock because I used key clock in my previous project. But if you will ask me any question directly now, I won't be able to answer. Okay. But yes, I know, I have worked on that. How to search and prepare for remote job from abroad as a Java backend developer. In general, what are these companies expect from us? See, in general, if you say 4 years, 3 years of something like this, minimum Spring Boot. Spring REST, Spring Boot is a minimum requirement. Post that, if you know microservices, it's well and good. If you know anything beyond this, it's always well and good. And beside this, you can always go through their description, what do they want. Okay. So that is something you can do. Algo Algi says, hi भैया आज लेट हो गया मैं. Okay, मंदिर गया हुआ था. Okay, yeah, that's fine, not an issue. No, I'm not married. How are getting time to learn? Yeah, so I'm not married, so obviously I have time to learn different things and practice and make videos for all of you in my free time on the weekends. I'm able to make this live stream for all of you on the Sunday evening. Yep. Static sound. That static sound is because of this wire. Sir, I'm not able to build a simple project from scratch. Just take an example of Pakistan similar project. Not be able to build. I build, but in some features use AI. No need. See, where are you facing? I mean, where AI came in this particular point. Okay. So see, you are saying you are not able to make the project. The question is why you are not able to make the project. First of all, is the requirement clear? What you want to achieve? If the requirement is clear, then what is stopping you from it? Is it like any feature related to lambda expressions, streams? Is there anything related to Spring Data JPA? Then learn that particular part. If there is anything related to Spring REST, then learn that particular thing. In my Spring REST playlist, I have covered almost everything. Now the only thing is you need to use that concept in your project. Trust me, everything is covered. You won't be able to say that okay, this thing or that thing is missing. The only thing is whatever is your requirement, you need to utilize it there. Yeah. If you are not able to utilize it there, then at least just make a copy of my existing project and start making the changes there. So that is important. Learning the basics. That's why I always say it's not important that you are able to clone a Facebook application, Amazon application, or any other application. Cloning application doesn't mean you are learning. Learning means when you are able to learn the concept. If you feel, yes, I'm able to make the controller layer completely on my own. Yes, you have learned the things. If you know that, okay, I can interact with the database. Yes, you are able to learn the things. If you know how to write a lambda expression, you already know the things. Okay. So that's how you have to learn. Then you say, if you interview me as a Java full stack developer, it is not right that you will ask me about internals and we would not have learnt them. You just said that we should learn enough for work. No, then I won't be asking you about the internals. Why I will be asking you about the internals? I will be obviously asking you those questions which are required. Now see, it is not possible that you always give 100% answer on your interviews. In your interviews, if you are able to answer 80% of the questions, then also it is fine. No one can answer. Even if you will take my interview, I won't be able to answer all the 100 questions. Like all the 100% questions, I won't be able to answer. I will be just able to answer 80% of the questions. Now it is up to you. Are you ready to, hire me as your developer or not? If you will see, there is another developer who is doing better than me. He is able to answer 9 questions out of 10. You can hire him, not an issue for me. Okay. So that's the thing. We always don't know all the questions. But what you can do is, now you know that, okay, these 2 questions are there. For your next interview, you can prepare them. Never assume that you will give one interview, you will get selected in it, and then, okay, you will join the company. That is not going to happen. Once you will start looking for a job, daily you need to give the interviews. Obviously, for that, you should be getting the calls first. And that is a pain point nowadays. Yeah. I agree with that point. And should I learn Spring Framework also before learning Spring Boot? Programming world, you just start learning from my playlist. Your answer will get automatically cleared. The only thing which you need to do is you need to learn Spring Basics with Spring Boot. Start with that playlist. Automatically you will get your answer. Everything is covered there. You can please suggest how to keep going. I have completed Java and Spring Boot was trying to build. I'm using AI and now I feel like I don't know anything. Why do you feel so, Ambuj? If you feel that you don't know anything, then the only thing which you have to do is you need to go back and you need to revise the concept. So even after 8 years of experience, if today I need to switch a company, I will be revising Java concepts. I won't say that, okay, I'm not going to revise lambda expression. I'm not going to say I'm not going to revise multi-threading. I will be revising that too. So it's not that you just need to learn the new things. You need to pause, you need to revise. That was actually the part of our third topic of today's video. Okay, there are many questions. How is Java Spring Boot market now? I have 2 years of experience but not getting an interview. See, Rahul, overall the market is like almost stagnant. The main thing is that you need to try daily try in multiple companies, and then depending on that you will be getting the calls. Okay, but you have to try daily. It's not related anything with your experience. Even if it is 5 years of experience, even if it is 10 years of experience, is it 15 years of experience, answer is going to remain same. You have to try daily. Yeah. My CGP is low, can I get a job? I can't say. Generally companies say that your CGPA should be 7, like Infosys and other companies. So in that case, what I would suggest you is that you can start with a startup or maybe some other medium level company, because generally they don't have any these kind of restrictions on CGPA. Once you gain experience, then go to some other company. That you can do. I know all the collections in Java, but comes to implementation, I'm confused. How can I overcome the one? Because backlog, you only know all the collections. You are not practicing the collections. Once you will start practicing the collections, you will be able to overcome that particular thing. Like how it is going to be confusing. Just imagine. There is list, there is set, there is map. Now if you will ask me, I want a key value pair, I will go to map. But for that, I have to practice various different kinds of map. If I will stop coding today for 1 month, trust me, after 1 month, I will be a different person. And that different person is going to have less knowledge as compared to today's Abhishek Verma. Okay. So that's why learning, practicing is very, very important. You need to revise the concepts. Many times people say we know the things, but we are not able to answer interview questions. Trust me, in that case, we really don't know the things. Because if we know, then we should be able to answer them. Many times we just feel we know. We actually don't know. And that's a sad reality. Third year college, how can I get Spring Boot, ORM and SQL and RESTful? How can I get internship? Internship, you can try Utkarsh for Infosys internship. For that, I even made the videos on my channel. So whenever it comes, I was making a video. And obviously for that, you need to continuously subscribe to the channel. You need to watch the videos regularly. But whenever such opportunity comes, I do. Besides Infosys, there are other companies like TCS, Accenture. So in between, they keep on giving you the internships. Many times these internships are not paid, they are free of cost, but they will be providing you some experience with a certification. And these internships are online. In between, I guess they will ask you to come to the company for 1 month or so. Yeah, Maya, the sound quality is poor because of this big wire. See, my sound is moving through this complete wire, so that's why it's not good. I don't have any option. See, from my salary, I'm not going to buy a new mic for this. Once YouTube will start paying me the money, then I will for sure buy. And if you want, YouTube should pay me money. For this, you just need to subscribe and share my channel with as many people as you can. That's why I say I don't want money from you. You subscribe to my channel, YouTube will pay me, then I will become even more richer, and then I will buy a new mic. That's what I can do. Even you are getting benefit in that case. You will be getting all the knowledge free of cost. I just want one thing to be clarified. If I want the registered on Peacock to reflect in my DB, can I do with? Obviously, I won't be able to answer that question now. Trust me. Related to key clock. As two players, should I also focus on LLD and HLD along with the DSA part? As of, I would suggest focus more on DSA and the Java basics and Spring Boot. Okay, you don't need to go for all that thing. First, focus on DSA and everything. DSA will be more important for you. Like as I said, when I switched after 5 years, they were asking me. So obviously to you also they are going to ask. So please don't ignore it. DSA is something you don't need in your day-to-day coding, but you need this in order to cover the interviews. Okay, you need this in order to clear those various kind of coding rounds. How can I improve my aptitude skills and which topics are most important to focus on? For aptitude, what I did, I made a shortcut. For aptitude, you just need to download the book from R.S. Agarwal. That's it. You don't need anything else. That book is of like 600 pages. You can download it for free of cost. Just Google it a bit and just memorize the topics. I did same, and then I cleared Infosys aptitude test. If I'm able to do, you also can. You also will be able to do. Yeah. Now let's go with our next part, and that is like how to tackle those challenges which we have covered so far. Okay, then again I will be taking your questions, so please don't ask the questions in between, otherwise you will see that okay, I may have missed your question and then you will get angry on me that Abhishek is not taking our question. It's not my fault, because I have to cover what is there in my mind and I want to share with you. Then again obviously I will be taking your questions. So now the next thing is that we know why learning is important, irrespective of the experience. We also know the challenges. You will agree that you also must have faced those kind of challenges, maybe in one way or the another way. Now the point is, how can we overcome those challenges? How can we develop a learning mindset? Okay. So just imagine what was our number one challenge. Number one challenge was that we heard from our friend Spring microservices is required in order to get a job. And now we just want to learn Spring microservices directly. We have zero knowledge of Java. We have zero knowledge of Maven, but we want to learn Spring microservices because that is important to get a job. So what is the major issue here? We don't know the correct starting point. We don't know the correct roadmap. Okay. So whenever you plan to learn anything new, what you have to do is, instead of starting learning, at least 1 week you need to spend in order to explore which all different resources are available. Then in order to learn this, which all prerequisites are there. Then you need to analyze, do you know the prerequisites or not? For example, someone says, I want to learn Spring Data JPA. Now in Spring Data JPA, you need to make usage of the Hibernate annotations also, or those JPA annotations. Okay. But if you will watch my Spring Data JPA playlist, I won't cover all of them in detail in that particular one, because I have already covered in the Hibernate. So that is a prerequisite. Okay. So first of all, just do a kind of a survey. Note down which all different resources are available. See what different websites are available, which are providing you the knowledge, which YouTube channels are available. It may happen that you will come to my channel, you will see that okay, Abhishek Verma is teaching very slow. He is making videos of 1 hour. He is actually trying to show a real world project, but we don't want to spend our time in it. We just want to learn quickly. Then you will see someone else channel, someone else maybe just doing the same thing with one class or two classes, and then they are trying to do the things. Okay, so in that case, first of all, just do a kind of a survey. See which all different resources are there. Yeah. And for this, you take your time, maybe a 1 week or 2 week or something like this. Try to gather all the things, then try to shortlist it, and then try to see what is going to be your learning journey. That is first of all important. Okay. For example, let's say today, wherever you are sitting, if you say, I want to go to USA, obviously you won't directly go to USA. You are going to plan your trip to USA, that okay, you will be taking a plane will be for this particular date. The plane is going to fly from this location, so first of all we have to reach to that location, maybe with the help of a train, maybe with the help of a bus. So you are going to plan your journey. You can't plan your journey after you have started. You have to do it first. Okay, for this, spend time. Let's say you have watched my video today. Okay, then from this video you will come to know that okay, this is the prerequisite. Then switch to that particular thing, then see whether you know that particular thing or not. Okay, so this way, the major thing is first explore before committing. Then the next thing is that you need to set up each and everything. Many times what happens is that during my coding nowadays, like earlier when I started making the videos, in my code I was using the font sizes 10. Now the font size 10 is very small, whether you see in the mobile phone or in the laptop also. And then after getting the feedback, I increased the font size to 14, and nowadays I'm making usage of font size 16. But still, many people say that okay, 16 font size is very, very small. Why the 16 font size is very small? Because they are watching in the mobile phone. Now it may happen that everyone is not having the laptop, but see, I'm teaching you Java, I'm teaching you Spring Boot. You can't learn Java or Spring Boot code from your mobile phone. You have to open your laptop. You need to watch the videos there so that you can see the things clearly. If I will try to increase it even beyond 16, it will become very difficult for me to cover everything in one single screen, because then I will see everything that much big. Okay, so that is not going to look nice. So in that case, the major thing is we need to ensure our resources are correct. Then many times people say that okay, why don't you code in IntelliJ? Now the question is, what do you want to learn basically? Do you want to learn a Java concept? Do you want to learn Spring Boot? Or do you just want to learn the IDE? Okay, so people say that okay, why don't you teach in IntelliJ? Why are you teaching in Eclipse? The question is the main method going to differ in Eclipse and IntelliJ? The answer is no. Main method is going to remain same. The way we are going to create an object is going to remain same. The way we write annotation is going to remain same. If you are comfortable in IntelliJ, then even if I'm teaching the concept in Eclipse, then also you will be able to understand it. Yeah, for some of the things it is possible. Let's say that you are making a web application without Spring Boot. So in that case, you need to first of all create an Apache Tomcat server also. You need to configure it. The way of configuring it in Eclipse is different. The way of configuring it in IntelliJ is going to be different. So that I can understand it is going to be different. But rest everything are going to same. Once you understood how to configure, then you can again switch back to my videos. Other times people are just confused in the light theme and the dark theme. Earlier I was using dark theme. People said please use light theme. Now I'm using light theme. People are saying please use dark theme. Okay. So focus on what you want to learn, not on all these extra things. Your IDE doesn't matters. Your theme doesn't matters. It doesn't matters whether you are making usage of Mac or Windows. Yeah. So main thing is the resources. Ensure your resources are proper. Yeah. So that was important. Another thing is that you have to apply and not only consume. Many times people see, like as I gave you my example also, when I wanted to learn DSA, Okay, so at that time I thought this was actually my mistake. I thought I will learn 10 DSA questions in one day, and then I will become expert in all those DSA questions. Then next day I will learn 10 different questions, and this way in 16 days I will be learning 160 questions. Idea seems to be very perfect. 16 days, 10 questions every day. I will be consuming it and I will learn everything in DSA. Almost all the easy to medium level topics will be covered. Hard topics we can ignore as of now, but everything will be covered. And that's a mistake. Because if you will just start consuming and you won't try, trust me, you are not learning actually anything. Okay, so in that case we are not at all learning. Like many of you now also told me earlier in the chat that you know all about collections, or you know something about, let's say, how to make you know about spring rest, you know about spring data jp, but when it's come to making the things, when it comes to writing in the code, then you are not able to do. Why? Because it may be a case, I'm not sure, that you have only watched the videos. You are not ready to do the things parallelly on your own. So, there is no benefit of learning 10 things in one day. Instead, what you can do is you can learn one or two things. Then, next day, instead of going with a new topic, try to practice those things. Many times it happens that in my videos also I cover very small topics and then I make 2-3 videos. So what you can do is you can watch multiple videos and then practice all those things. When I say practice, I mean to say you need to download the existing code, or you need to make the code on your own from scratch. Now it doesn't mean that if you want to make a project from scratch, first you need to learn or complete Spring Boot. You need to watch all my 20 videos of Spring Rest. No, that is not going to be the case. If you want to learn Spring Boot, if you want to learn Spring Rest, watch my first video, practice something. Watch my second video, again practice something. Watch third video, again practice something, and that way you are going to learn. Many times you will feel that okay, it is going to be slow, but trust me, this way you will be able to learn the things. Okay, again, as I said, the same example of swimming. If I will just swim in the pool, you won't be able to learn swimming in that way. The only way to learn swimming is you need to go into the pool. Maybe initially there are chances you are going to drown also, but in the training they are going to provide you those kind of, what do we say, tubes and everything, those duct tubes and everything. So using that you will be able to learn this swimming. Okay, so that's the way to learn anything new, that you have to try the things and then you need to repeat it. Okay, then another thing is you have to be realistic. As I said, now if you will start doing the things on your own, instead of just reading or instead of just watching the videos, if you will see that okay, I have to code something, obviously it is going to be time consuming. Maybe when you are going to make your first project, it will take 2 hours or 3 hours, and then you will feel that okay, instead of spending time, instead of spending 3 hours in this, I would have watched someone else's video, I would have learned 10 different topics. Okay, so don't worry about it. Java developer is a role, or any kind of development or in life, the major thing is we need to be patient. Okay, if you want good results, you need to spend time in that particular thing. You need to go with the realistic goals. Like someone said that okay, how much time should I spend in Spring Rest? Okay, if you will watch my Spring Rest videos, let's say there are 20 videos, every video is of, let's assume, half an hour. On an average, every video is of half an hour. So in total, you need 10 hours of learning. Okay, now if you want to spend 10 hours of learning, then it means that obviously it's not going to be the case that in one single day you are going to spend all the 10 hours. You are going to spend on different days. Okay, so in that particular case also, what you can do is, if you feel I don't have that much amount of time, don't watch all the 20 videos, just watch 5 videos and then see, are you confident enough or not. Then you feel that okay, in your interview, in your work, they are going to ask something new. You come back to my playlist, then you see okay, topic is covered there. Now watch that particular topic and then practice that one. Then again go back to your production and implement it. Then you will see that okay, something new is required. Then again come back to my video or not only my video, I can say go to any other kind of website also, practice that particular thing. Okay, so that is the point, guys. You have to make realistic goals and you need to be patient. Next thing is we need to learn from our mistakes. So many times what happens is, as I told you earlier also, people are afraid of making the mistakes. Okay, they don't want to make mistakes, they just want to learn everything quickly. But that's not a case. You make mistakes and learn from them. Okay, see how you can resolve that mistake. Many times what happens is, when you make a mistake while learning something, then you don't know that when you will go to the production, same kind of issue can happen there also. Many people directly start, let's say, with my Spring Boot project, and then they ping me that okay, after going for that particular project, okay Sagar, okay, okay Sagar, if you want that we can do that also. I mean, do let me know if there are any more fantasies you are having. Okay, so we will see for that. Let's see how we can resolve your queries. So the major point was that okay, you need to learn from your mistakes. Okay, so let's say, as I gave you the example, many people wanted to go for my Spring Boot code, and in that particular case, what they say is that after going to Spring Boot, they were not able to interact with the database. They were getting the issues like, okay, I mean, they are not able to, what do we say, interact with the database. Reason? Maybe the password is wrong, maybe the username is wrong. So in this case, at least while learning, they understood that okay, this is the issue. Yeah. And later on, I don't see the option to block, like it will be difficult. I should be hiring some kind of, what do we say? I don't feel okay. Okay, yeah. So that was the point. Yeah. Now the next thing is you need to take the ownership. Yeah. So again, this is also very important topic. Many people say that what you should do is that you should be making the notes. But the point is, if I will make the notes, it is not going to be helpful for you. I mean, what I can give you an example is that trust me, that whatever I have learned so far, I never make notes. What I simply do is I just code it. Let's say I'm learning in Spring Basics, Spring Boot, I will just simply code it. Then I will go to Spring Data JPA, I will just code it. Later on, if I feel that okay, something was very difficult in order to find, what I will do is I will bookmark that particular website, or I will be bookmarking that particular video. In case I will feel that okay, something is easier to find, then obviously I would have implemented it. Or the another option is that I can simply ask nowadays to ChatGPT. Okay, so every person is different. My notes are not going to be useful for you. Many people say, why don't you make notes for the interview questions? Trust me, on Google, thousands of interview questions are available. Now, in that case, if thousands of interview questions are available and they are not helpful for you, then how my interview questions are going to be helpful for you? So, in that case, if you are a person who learns by making notes, then please take the ownership and you have to make the notes on your own. That is very, very important. Yeah. And then the next thing is you have to avoid the burnout. So many times what happens is we see that okay, something is taking very long time in order to learn, and then we say that okay, continuously we just keep on learning. Today I watch the video, tomorrow I'm going to code the same thing, then next day again I'm going to watch the video, I'm going to code the same thing. So in that particular case, what happens is there are good chances of burnout. So what you have to do is that in between, please take the breaks. Yeah. So in between, keep on taking the break. During the break, what you can do is, I mean, when I say break, take the break from coding completely. So in between, what you can do is you can just simply revise the concepts. Okay. So whatever you have learned so far, you can revise those concepts. Or in case, what you can do is that maybe you can practice something else. Yeah. So those things you can do. But the main thing is that please keep on taking regular breaks while learning anything new. And that is important. Yeah. And the last part, then we will come. Okay. I mean, please ignore some people. Okay. There is, I don't feel so. Let's see what can be done. Okay. Now let me see. Okay. So next time we will see what better can be done for people like Sagar. Yeah. But still, Sagar is the hero of our show today. And yeah, I mean, Sagar was able to do something great today. Yeah. So yes, all of us respect Sagar. Yeah. And yeah, he is important for today. So next main thing is that whenever we are learning something or whenever we are discussing something, what three things we do is that we always divide the concept in why, what, and how. So for today's stream also, if you see, what I have done is that first of all, I covered the why part, that why the learning is important. Then I covered what are the challenges which we face while learning something new. And then I covered that how we can overcome those challenges. So that is the best approach in order to learn anything new. Okay? Why, what, and how. Yeah. Once you are clear with this, then you can learn anything. And that's always a good practice. But there is one simple flaw in this issue, in this particular approach. And that flaw is that many times we stuck on the why part only. I mean, you also, if you have already started working with the Java, then you will feel that the most difficult day in Java was in order to start with Java. Because the moment you start with Java, you see that big method, public, static, void, main, string, args, and all those things. And then your mind gets stuck in that particular point only. What is this public? What is static? What is main? What is void? What is string? What does those boxes mean after the string, and each and everything? As a Java trainer also, like when I was in Infosys, I used to train the people, I used to train freshers as well as experienced ones. So at that time also, I felt issues that okay, sometimes for some people it is very difficult in order to understand it. And then what happens is I just explain a basic part of it, and then I say them that okay, in this case, afterwards we are going to cover each and everything in detail, because now you know static in itself is such a big thing. Public in itself is such a big thing. On first day of Java, you can't learn all these things. Okay. Yeah, Sagar, I don't know. Sagar, we respect you. We should not be blocking you. Okay. We respect you. Okay. So that's why, I mean, many times this particular approach is wrong for us. Yep. So what you should do is sometimes even if why part is not clear, just simply skip it. Once you will become a little bit more experienced, or what I can say, little bit more comfortable with that particular logic, then you can try the things. Okay. So that can be done. Yeah. So never just simply stuck on the why part. So yeah, that can be done. And now I guess I have covered almost what I had. Now let's come. Okay. Matkar block. Yes, Agar, I'm not going to block, man. I mean, you are important for us. Okay. Please, do we have any other questions? I mean, Sagar has told the show. Now I won't be able to answer anyone else because I'm only able to see Sagar's comment. Yay. Having total 1 point. Okay, Mohammed, I guess I already, okay, currently working as ServiceNow developer and having experience in Java and Spring also. Because of layoff, I have to switch and got into ServiceNow. Want to get into SDE. So for that also, Mohammed, like already you know the process. Like you were working in ServiceNow, then you switch to this. So I don't think so it is difficult for you. The only thing, if you want to become SDE in some good company, you need to focus on DSA. For DSA, I can suggest you there is a website, Geeks for Geeks. So you can go to that particular website, Geeks for Geeks. There they are providing a free course, which in that particular course, they are teaching you 160 different kind of questions. Okay. So there are 160 different questions, and then you can practice all those questions. So that is something which can be done. And believe me, they are free of cost. Yeah. So, okay. Okay, Sagar, you won't be able to do it. Hello, sir. Your Spring Boot videos are now beginner friendly. Please help me. Nix, why are they not beginner friendly? I started from the very basic in Spring Boot. What is the issue which you are facing? I remember. Okay, I think. See, if you will watch from the first video, then you will be able to understand the things, because I have explained each and everything step by step. From the Spring Boot, I mean, what you can assume, how should we start? The major thing is, why do we need Spring Boot? I have actually covered that. Okay. In order to that, first of all, I made a code with the help of Java alone. I shown you what is dependency, what is tight coupling, and then how to resolve that. Okay. So I have started from that. The only thing is you need to start from the first video. If you will directly jump in between, then obviously you are going to face difficulty. So start from Spring Basics with Spring Boot. That's the most basic video, and you need to start from the first video. Yeah. Any AI tools are using right now in your project? No, I'm not using any AI tools. That's a very legacy project. It's not even making usage of Spring Boot. So there is no option of AI in that. Yeah. Okay. I'm working in non-IT role. How to switch to IT role? Yeah, yes. The only option is that you need to practice. That's it. I mean, you need to, for whatever the role you are thinking, let's say you want to become Java developer, start learning that particular thing. And that's the only option. Yeah. Then I will see. Yeah, Red, I have already answered your question. I'm not making usage of any AI tools. Hi, bro. Did Spring provides open CSV dependency? No. In Spring, we don't have any open CSV dependency directly. For that, you need to make usage of a separate dependency. Hibernate is compulsory for Spring Boot. See, Hibernate is compulsory if you want to interact with the database. Because as I said, that even if you will be making usage of Spring Data JPA, you need to make usage of the annotations. Those annotations were basically introduced as a part of JPA, as a part of Hibernate. And then in Spring Data JPA, we are just reusing those things. Okay. So this way you can do. Sagar, I guess you are on the wrong stream. For that, there are many other streams. Okay. I mean, you should be going on the right stream. You will be able to see everything. Not on this channel. Hibernate is compulsory. Okay, this I have covered. Anyone else? Okay, I guess, yeah, we have, I guess I feel I have covered most of the questions today. Yeah. So if that is fine, we can end. Else, Sagar's, what do we say? Imagination is going to increase after every minute. Yeah. But let him imagine what he wish. No, man. I'll try next time. I'll surely try. Yeah. I built a social media application in Spring Boot using AI, but I don't think I can build it myself. What to do, sir? But Sudeep, if you say that you have already built that application, then why do you feel you can't build it on your own? Okay, you are saying using AI. So Sudeep, in that case also, I'm saying it's not important that in your resume you make big applications. The important is you understand the concept. Don't go for big application. Just make small applications. Just learn those things. And that is important. Yeah. Okay. You say you will tell about Spring AI playlist. Yeah. So my question was that I have two options. One is we can either start with the Spring AI playlist. Other one is we can start with some DSA playlist. So which one would you like me to start? Spring AI or DSA? But only one of them can be started. Spring AI or DSA? Which one can be done? Okay. Yay. He is gone. What is the vibration? Vibration sound is because of this wire. I mean, it sound vibration. See, it was so easy. He went. Yeah, we are missing Sagar now. Okay. It was simple. No, he actually didn't went. I clicked on blocking him. It was easier to block. I just didn't notice that option. Otherwise, it would have been easier. But what I feel is when we start getting such people in our live stream, then this also means that we are getting popular, isn't it? I mean, just imagine if I would have been a very small YouTuber, why would such people will come on this stream? Yeah. So if such people are coming on our stream, that means we are becoming popular slowly. What do you feel? Am I right or am I wrong? Java or Python, what is good to be invest my time? Agnel, it is completely your choice with what you are more comfortable. Since I'm a Java developer, so I will be supporting Java only. Okay. Yeah, it's politics. It's not politics. We call it as diplomatic answer. Uh, he must be, I mean, going somewhere else, and then, or maybe he's just trying to type something. Yeah. I made the plan how the data should flow, execution flow, then step by step with the help of AI, I did the coding. Yeah, then you should be able to clear. If you did everything, then it should be clear. Yeah. Okay, so my main question, you now are now you guys are missing my question. My main question is, which one do you want, AI or DSA? Which playlist you want? Only one can be done at a time, not both. If Java means, can you tell or make videos on Java developer interview concept for 3 years? I'll try. I will try for that. Okay, you say DSA. What about others? DSA or Spring AI? Which one will you choose? For DSA, I'm providing you a shortcut option also. The shortcut option is go on the website of Geeks for Geeks. There you will find one option of 160 DSA questions. Yep. Or later on, what you can do is you can just comment on this particular stream. I mean, separately you can comment beside these live chat, and there I will be providing you the link. So that's a free course that you can start and you can learn the things at per your own pace. और मैं एक छोटी कंपनी में प्लेस्ड हुआ हूँ, वहाँ पे मेरी ट्रेनिंग चल रही है फुल स्टैक 2 मंथ. कोई सजेशन, हाउ शुड आई प्रिपेयर फॉर फ्यूचर? एज ऑफ नाउ सूरज, आई विल सजेस्ट you that okay, whatever you are learning, please focus on it. Okay, that is more important. And later on, after I mean try to code the things on your own. Just don't feel it as a burden. And later on, I mean, you can obviously make a switch once you are clear with the concepts. Okay, some are saying about Spring AI, some are saying about DSA. Okay, let's see what can be done. But yeah, that was it. I hope you found the main topic helpful, and beside this, you found you enjoyed our clown of the day. Okay, just do let me know who was more entertaining, I or he. Okay, so yes, that's it, and good night everyone. See you in the next stream next time. Okay, so again, same time next Sunday at 9 p.m. we will be meeting together. Yep. Okay, thanks everyone. Goodbye. I will be stopping it